at those babies. Megan for scale. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Megan and this is my farm. Our farm, my farm, whatever. We are down here in the barn for a very important reason. We have baby goats due in I think 3 weeks. I do not know exactly all of my due dates due to a pesky little possum goat, my new buckling this year, breaking out and breeding girls without my knowledge. I like to hand breed my girls, which means I watch for them to be into heat and I take them to the buck or bring the buck to them, and then they do the thing and we have baby goats and I can pinpoint those dates. This year we are flying by the seat of our pants when it comes to them. I took down our old kidding stall a couple weeks ago because it was time for it to go. It wasn't in a great location. We didn't like the space in it. It was time for it to go. So now we're building a new one. Our old one was from this post to where that orange bucket is over there. You can see this nice clean dirt spot. This is going to be our new kidding stall. We are building a wall that will come down here, and then the gate will go wherever that ends to this. This will be our nice new kidding stall, at least for my Nigerian dwarfs. My full-size girls, most likely, will kid over on the other stall. This is where we keep the boys, our hay feeder. This is a dividing wall back here with a gate. My livestock guardian dog stays down there at night. My boys stay up here. If I need to, I will use these two sides for my full-size Nubians to kid. And what I would probably need to do is put a couple girls on one side of the gate, my kidding mom on one side, just that way they can see each other, less stress on mom. But my full-size girls would have more space in there. In years past, I've had the goats just kid. I've had goats kid just in the main area of the stall, and it's been fine. There's not been any fights. But even if they kid in the main area of the stall, I do like to pen my moms and babies for at least 24 hours, some of them a little more depending on the goat's personality, just to give them plenty of time to bond, give babies time to get on their feet, make sure they got their sea legs and mom doesn't accidentally lose them. The way things work on our homestead is I bring the critters home and demand structure for them and give a vague idea of what I want said structure to look like, and this guy has to make it happen.
And what I end up doing is I start creating a plan, and I think, you know what, this plan is gonna be great. I'm really excited about the plan. I even take my little notebook and
he likes his little notebooks.
Sorry, it's in here. Trust me, it's in my pocket. I get really excited about the plan. And then I realize that I might just be the dumbest person on the planet.
Hey,
I do really good. So most people have a really hard time following the instructions when they're building something. I cannot, like, I have to follow the instructions. It's the most important thing in my life that I follow instructions, because whenever I'm left to my own devices, I just mess up.
I don't follow the instructions, so like build it yourself furniture is the bane of my existence.
But what I'm doing, I don't know where you jumped in at, I'm building a wall for this kidding stall. And really I think it's going to be a good idea. We've got OSB plywood we're going to use on one part of it, and a cattle panel that we robbed off of a chicken tractor that we built last year. I really didn't like how those chicken tractors were put together, so we're going to redo those. I robbed a cattle panel off of it. We're going to get that. I don't know, I'm almost done with this. I'm really excited to see it down in the barn, even though I don't quite know how to work off of my own drawings. It's fine. It's no big deal. We make do.
He's an engineer by trade and he likes instructions. He also likes, what's that Microsoft software you like? Excel. He loves Excel. If you really want him to nerd out, ask him about his Excel files. Please don't do it while I'm around. I don't want to hear about them. But this is what he has so far. This is our cattle panel. This is our cattle panel that he was just talking about. On this side will be our OSB panel. And these little nifty things, this is the first time we've used them. We sent them a couple years ago, a long time ago. These are cat claws. And I'll have to get Reagan's opinion on them because I wasn't here when he put them in. The name of the game on our homestead typically is how do we build it? How do we build it cheaply and efficiently? And a lot of times that means robbing pieces from other stuff that we didn't like, it didn't work, to build what we want.
So to hold our cattle panel to this wall, we're using what's called a cat's claw fastener. Cat's Claw reached out last year and wanted to send us a box of their fence staple replacements. If you're doing fencing using these things, this is designed to be a replacement for them. We haven't had a chance to do a fencing project, but what we found is anytime we're using a cattle panel, this beats this by a lot. It's a lot easier to install, and this is the perfect application, or one of the perfect applications right here, where beating and banging around on something like that, even a 1-inch staple, is too much work. It's just not nearly as much fun. This makes life a lot easier.
I think we can finally take this to the barn, and we're gonna cross our fingers that the goats aren't in the stall yet. If they are, they're gonna run the second Reagan starts running this drill, except for the few that won't and will be under our feet. Elsa. Probably Patsy. Do you want me to pack the drill? Where do I want to put them? I've got so many pockets.
Put them in that big one to get your phone.
My phone's in there, but I have so many pockets. I've never had this many pockets in my life. I bought men's bibs, and there's pockets everywhere. I've never had clothing with this many pockets.
Link in description.
Amazon link below. And they came in short, which are still too long for me. He's gonna try to He-Man this. Do you need assistance? Y'all heard me ask, right? Y'all heard me ask if he needed assistance, right?
And I didn't. Gravity is the perfect assistant. It always lets me down.
While he goes to get a shovel so we can dig, apparently, let's talk about some of the goats and the goats that I know are due first. So Miss Violet here is our suspected first goat due. She is always good. You can kind of see. Wait. Babies are left or right? Right.
Lunch on the left, progress right.
Babies would be over here. This is lunch. I'm dyslexic and always get that wrong, so it's a good thing he's here. So she is due first, and then I think Miss Eden here with the horns is due next. Or they're due at the same time. Not really sure, but I know she's pregnant. Can you scoop your boot? Once again, look at those babies. So those are the first two I know are due. Minnie Benny here is also pretty sure pregnant. Not a clue in the world when she's due. The first two I know are due somewhere in 1st of February, mid-February, somewhere in there. The next two are my two big girls. This is Miss Dawn, this is Miss Belle. They are two of our full-size Nubians. Dawn, which was the black and white one, has never kidded on our farm before. Belle has kidded. This will be her third kidding with us. Belle always does wonderful. Dawn, from her previous owner, has done well as well, so we're excited. Miss Rosemary right here, who is a mutt. She is part Nigerian, part meat goat. She is a mutt. She is due the same day as Belle. They were bred on the same day. My bad. Didn't realize Rosemary was in heat when I brought the buck around. It's not a problem. I just prefer not to have goats due on the same day. A couple days apart, I'm good with, not the same day. But my two big Nubians and then Rosemary are due 1st of March. It's a lot of babies coming. And then I have several that are not pregnant. Miss Elsa is also a full Nubian. She is not bred yet. and Miss Laramie is not bred. Those two, I chose not to breed Elsa yet because she's still a little small. Let her get a little bit bigger. Laramie, I could never figure out her heat cycle quite exactly, and then she, you know, tried to be dramatic and tried to die because that was her personality for a month or so. So we'll just hold off and get them at the end of next fall. It'll be fine.
We did it! We've done stuff. Hooray!
We've done part of it. So our original gate plan, well, his original gate plan was to use cat claws and our the cattle panel
yeah.
just to make a gate. Like it would have hinged on the cat claws, and I didn't like it because I was scared the goats would somehow kill themselves.
If there is a way, they will find it. If you can imagine it, they've already thought it, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, been back. Yeah.
They're suicide machines.
They are.
We've said it a lot, and we stand by it. What we're going to do is, for this opening, we're just going to buy a gate. I said earlier, we typically try to do everything as cheaply and efficiently as possible by robbing stuff. Sometimes we've just got to spend some money, and now's a good time to invest in a few of these things since we know the goat thing is a long-term investment. Our first kidding stall was made of free pallets, free welded wire, and some hinges that we spent the money on. And it lasted for several years and it did great, but it was time to do something better, and that's what we're doing. So we're going to buy a 4-foot gate that already has the goat wire on the bottom part of it, which will be amazing, and put it here. And we have a certain latch we like, so we can get one of those and it will be wonderful. We'll still have to do some engineering or adjust possibly this wall in a little bit to make it work, but it is going to be amazing. It'll be safe, so no one will kill themselves, hopefully. Yep. Megan for scale. Also, I am 5'2". 5'3"?
You were 5'3" yesterday.
I'm 5'3" and a half. Why did I say 5'2"?
I don't know.
I probably am, since I haven't measured in several years. So this is very tall. It didn't need to be this tall, but that was the least amount of cutting for that cattle panel, was just to make it this tall, which is fine. And we pulled one of our big goats in here a minute ago, and in a pinch, I think the big goats could kid in here. Belle could kid in here. She couldn't pace as much as the little goats, and like they like to do, Belle also likes to just pop them out standing up. So she could lay down in here if she wanted to, but she doesn't, so it don't matter. But she could kid in here if need be, so I'm really excited about how big it actually turned out. I couldn't envision it until I seen it. So, yay! Yeah, I'm not getting my hands out. It's cold.
Are you happy with it?
Yes.
All right. Well, we are marching towards kidding season. We're trying to do something like each week to get ready, because it's going to be, just a few more weeks and we're going to be here. So if you are enjoying this, if you like goat kidding, and if you want to be a part of what we do here on the farm, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, this is what we got going on. My name's Reagan.
I'm Megan.
And this is the GWP Homestead. See y'all soon.
Bye, guys.
Stay warm.